up, everybody? What's going on YouTube? And it's your boy Chadrick back out here with a little video. Well, really not a little video because it might be kind of long. Excuse me, y'all. I ain't digging in my nose, just cleaning. But pretty much, I guess this video here is about, well, it's all about me. It's about what happened to me in 2018. With my health. And this is the month it happened in. Matter of fact, March 9th was the day that I almost died. Pretty much, yeah, I almost died. I didn't die, but I almost died. Now, they got in a little argument and stuff and got real upset, man. I got so upset, man, that I got to the point that they said I had a heart attack. Matter of fact, they think I had 2 heart attacks. But on March 9th of 2018, like I said, I had got into a little altercation, a verbal altercation. It got so heated. Won't get into detail about that, but just know it was very heated. It was bad, And some things change, Maybe one day we'll fix it. I don't know. But if we do, we do. If we don't, I always wonder why we didn't. But maybe we will. Hopefully we will one day. We'll fix it. And we'll have our understanding and we'll be back. We'll be the way we should be. They know. If they see the video, they know what I'm talking about. They know who I'm talking about. But anyway, like I said, this video is me. I'm starting out, just here solo dolo, just chopping it up, just talking about it, and hopefully I get I get with my wife and when she get home and everything, maybe she can express how she felt and what was going on through her head during the time that all this was going on with me. But anyway, I'm going to take it back a little bit before all this happened to me with my heart and everything. So 2017 was it was a good year and a bad year for me. That was the year I lost my mother. She died. Me and my mom, we had a good relationship, great relationship. Mother-son relationship, She was she was my mother, but she was my friend too. She was there for me anytime I needed her, and she was able to be there for me. She was a loving woman, very loving. Believed in Christ, Jesus, God. Her faith was strong, She worked as long as she could work, over 20 some years, till her health, just her bad health situations hit her. She was a good woman, Like I said, she looked out. She took care of us. Even as an adult, she looked out for me sometimes, And I appreciated her for everything she done for me. But like I said, this video is gonna be long. It might be a 2-part series. It's just like hear the introduction of what's going on. But like I said, when she died, you know how your parents die, you be sad, you hate they gone. But to be honest with you, I wasn't sad that my mother died because I know she lived her life, Didn't want her to die, but I knew it was happening. I seen it happen, I was there to see it going on and see what, doctors done everything they could do. She basically was, gonna leave at any time, and we didn't know exactly when it was gonna be. Thought she was gonna be able to go back home, and live. She ended up being in the hospital for a long time. 2 hospitals, matter of fact. Left one, had a surgery, came back, went back to the other one. Well, she ended up passing it. Like I said, when life hits you, it hits you hard. But like I said, she lived a life. And then here goes my wife. She's pregnant with our little girl. This is 2017. Baby girl's not even born yet. Her born date ain't until November, and this is like 2017 when my mother passed, like right before her birthday. No, she passed after her birthday because she passed. She made her 71st birthday, so she died. Matter of fact, my mother died Mother's Day of 2018. Mother's Day, midnight, when Mother's Day rolled in 2018. Whatever date that was, this was in 2018 Mother's Day. That Saturday night, I get a call. Saying that she crashed and they're trying to bring her back, but then I make a call because I think my uncle was there, and my aunt, one of my uncles and aunts was there with her, because I was at work that night. And it's like 12 o'clock at night, so I get a call out. Because matter of fact, I had her cell phone, I had all her stuff, and I knew my uncle's number was in her phone, so I dialed it, her number, his number, and he answered, and he told me she was gone and everything. Then, a few minutes later, it was like, it's 12 o'clock, I can't leave where I'm at because I work at a group home and everything, so I can't leave because, it's 12 o'clock at night. Who's gonna come at 12 o'clock at night? I can't leave these folks here to go 40 minute drive to UAB. But they was there. My sister, I know I spoke with her and she had made it up, went up there and got up there. I guess, whatever, you had to handle when somebody passed, they handled the business up there, whatever. But I couldn't leave, like I said, but I'm like, damn, I gotta call my brother now and tell him that Mom passed. So it's like, I won't call him until the next day. Yeah, I ain't called him till the next day. When I got up, got myself together. Excuse me, y'all. I called him and told him Mom had died and everything. I could hear in his voice, like damn, because my brother had just moved back here from Texas. He had been in Texas, over 30-some years, or longer, So he was back here living home, with my mom. So, he was back here, and everything. So, like I said, I had to break the news to him, Like I said, we lost her, like I said, we had a memorial and stuff and everything. And had her last wish that she wanted to be cremated and everything. So she was cremated. And like I said, I wasn't sad that my mother passed because we had a relationship that was so strong that it's like, she didn't die. Because to me, it ain't like she died. Excuse me, I might get a little emotional here just talking about it, but it's just how it is, And like I said, I got a little emotional here, but and I know this is gonna be a long video. It's probably gonna be a 2-part series, like I said, but after she died, I didn't feel no sadness. How I feel with some people dying, like I didn't feel that way, It's like, cause like we had a bond. It's like she ain't dead to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like she's still alive to me. Even though her physical body in here is like a spirit. And I know you didn't hear folks say, I feel their spirit, but I really do feel something. A presence, a covering. Something had to cover me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, my mother was a praying woman. And she told me, and she always used to tell me, I pray for my children all the time, to protect y'all through this world, this cruel world, and everything. But anyway, like I said, she passed on, and she didn't get to meet her, my baby girl, my little girl, Camille Louise Hayes. It's my baby girl. She was born in November of the same year. What I told you, 2018 was a good year and a bad. 2017 was a good year and a bad year. Leading up into 2018 was trying to be a bad year for me, health wise. Which I said, led to everything. So here it goes. My baby girl is born November. Me and my wife happy, We give her the name Camille Louise Hayes. Louise, which is my grandmother and my mother's part of my mother's name, So it was only fitting that, those two strong women in my life, and that name I didn't want that name to die, that name, because, Louise is an older name, and I always liked the name Louise for some reason, and I'd be like, Wheezy, baby, especially like Louise from the Jeffersons, and I got Louise here, my grandma Louise, my mama, Louise is my mother's middle name, so that's and my grandmother's name, part of my grandmother's name, like her middle name or whatever. But like I said, I just want to have my baby girl to have a piece of them, and like I said, leading up, 2017, find out that I already had some existing health issues that children of us black men, we do what we want to do, don't want to go get checked out until we just at the point of where we just can't go no more. But what was going on with me, previous health issues, I guess diabetes, which I no longer have diabetes, y'all. And I had a couple of the AC1 test, whatever they call them, done. So they say I don't have diabetes now, probably due to because I don't have my kidneys fail. Sometimes people with kidney failure, I was told that diabetes usually go away for some reason. I don't know. I never did some research. But anyway, leading up in 2017, my blood pressure had got out of whack. I thought it was sugar diabetes, fucking with my eyes. Excuse the cussing. My bad, YouTube. But my eyes had started to be got to mess with me real bad. With, I always wore glasses ever since I was like 10, 11 years old. I'm like, wearing glasses all my life. I'm 44, So I'm used to wearing glasses. But all of a sudden, here in 2017 of that July, I noticed that my eyes was playing tricks on me. And they had got it was a glam real bad. And I was, in that night, it was look like stars. And found out. And I'm going to the emergent care place, and they checked my blood sugar. Blood sugar was straight. It went out of whack because they ended up doing the AC1 because they thought it was my blood sugar. The blood sugar went out of whack, and blood pressure was though. Blood pressure sky high. So they put me on some blood pressure pills. They brought it down. As soon as I took the blood pressure pills, not 30 minutes later, my eyes started clearing up. So I was like, dog, my damn blood pressure so high. So me not thinking like all I need to just be on some blood pressure meds again and I'd be straight. No. That one is just it. So I began in that January get sicker. I had noticed that I had started early in the morning. I had started spitting up. like a throw up a little bit, but it wasn't like throw up. I'm like, what the heck going on? This is January 2018. I got sick. I'm speeding it up too fast, y'all. Let me go back. December 2017, New Year's night. I was at work. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna bring New Year's in here at work again. So I guess that means I'm gonna have a job for a little while longer. But the New Year stuff we said. But drifted off at work. Well, I don't know. Before midnight, I drifted out. I was working by myself. Straight up. I fell asleep. Shit. Hey, ain't nobody there. At the time. Hey. And hold on, YouTube. Yeah, like I said, I drifted off and fell asleep. And when I woke up, I was so sick. I didn't know what was wrong with me. I thought I had the flu or something. I didn't know what I had for real. I was sick. I was weak. So I got myself together, got my clients together, and by that time, it's time for me to leave. Somebody was coming to relieve me, so I go home. Barely make it home. I'm sick as a dog. I get home, I just get in the bed. My kid said, "You all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm all right. I just don't feel good, So I went to sleep, woke up, got up. Ooh, I was even sicker. My kid like, I don't remember what time of day it was. She like, "You wanna go to the hospital and go to the doctor?" I'm like, "No, I ain't. I'm fine. I'll be all right." So made it through that night. I was that day, whatever that next day, made it through that day and that night. Woke up the next day, I was sick. I was so sick. I couldn't eat nothing. I was just feeling bad, terrible. I don't know if I had fever. I don't know if I had chills. A lot of things, I just know I was bad. And so finally, Marquita said, "If you don't go to the hospital, I'm gonna call the ambulance or something." I don't know. She had to tell you. I don't know. Like a lot of that stuff, I can't remember. I had so much going on. But anyway, I just was sick. So I got up out the bed, drove myself to the bathroom. I was so weak because I hadn't eaten that. I couldn't eat, couldn't drink nothing. Tried to drink some Gatorade, couldn't drink nothing. Couldn't eat, couldn't drink, nothing helped. And I didn't know how bad I was feeling. I knew how bad I was feeling. I didn't know how I looked. So I drove myself to the bathroom, got up, made it in there, put my hands on the sink. I was so weak. I was like, I just gotta look up at myself. And when I looked up at myself, I had my hands on the bathroom sink, and my head was down. I was weak because I was holding on to this counter because I was weak. I was weak as heck. So when I looked up in that doggone mirror and I seen my face, it scared me because I looked like death. I looked like something you've seen out one of those zombie movies. My eyes was sink back in my head, my sockets. You can see the bone, my bone, like my skull of my face, like if my skull was out, like if you didn't see no skin, it was like my head sank back up to my head, up into me. You can see the deepness, structure of my skull. It's like I was dying. And I told my wife, I said, "Take me on." She took me on out there to the hospital. They got me in there, checked me. They said, when they found out, they said I had the flu and pneumonia. I don't know what I had. All I know, when I was in that hospital, I was in there about 8 days in the hospital. For 6 or 7 of those days, I don't remember even being there for real. I hallucinated. My oxygen level was down. They couldn't keep my oxygen up. I was hurting. They had put me on morphine and stuff. I didn't even have a cough or nothing. But they said I had the flu and the pneumonia. That's what they said. And so I had to take the doctor's word. And I remember says your kidneys don't look right, your levels don't look right. And I can remember that. Now this is June. This is January 2018, y'all. Let me make sure keep y'all in mind. This is January 2018. Right after the New Year's, that kicked in. First week in the New Year. And I had been doing good, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't feeling bad and nothing real. It's just that the day before, New Year's, I was great. New Year's Eve, I was good. New Year's Day, like I said, everything went downhill. And like I said, I was so sick, I didn't know I was in the world. Like I said, it was at the point I think I was in the hallucinations. I thought I was seeing strange stuff in my dreams. I don't know what it was, but like I said, once I got out the, hospital about 8 days later and everything. Oh yeah. They said something about my kidneys. That's what I was saying. I'm jumping off a little place because, like I said, a lot of things I can't remember exact timeline, but it's all around the same timeline. So bear with me, y'all. It's long. It's gonna be very long. It's part 1, so I know it's gonna probably be a part 2 because I'm gonna probably post this part first. But like I said, I want to get my viewpoint about this and through the perspective of my eyes and through my wife and my wife's eyes, and everything. But like I said, I was sick as a dog. I was sick, and like I said, I almost left it work. I felt it. I was dying. I looked it like death. But anyway, doctor, I remember they said something with your kidney levels on right then. I remember that. And then I thought I was hallucinating. My heart doctor, the guy that's my heart doctor, I remember him coming in. He said, I don't know, but something about your heart don't look right. And I said, okay. But he didn't say I don't know. He didn't say I had no heart attack, and he didn't know. It was just, I guess the levels, the numbers or something. Whatever they see, I don't know. Because I guess from the blood work, from everything, the tests that they did on me at that time, it didn't look right. So here I go, about 7-8 days later, at the hospital. And when I get out the hospital, I have a cough. The whole time I'm in the hospital, I don't have this cough. But as soon as I get out the hospital, I have this cough and this burning feeling in my chest. I'm like, I never had heartburn. So the burning feeling would go and come. So I had this cough. I suppose that made some follow-ups, but me being me, typical black guy, don't like to go to no doctors, don't like to do this, want to do this. Playing with my health. Here we go. I got this cough, bad cough, didn't follow up. So here we go. Cough didn't ease up. Heartburn still kept coming. Then all of a sudden, I'm back at work. Here we go. We now in January. About to walk in, because I went back to work like shit. Probably 2 or 3 days after I got to the hospital, went right back to work. Started back working, I had noticed one night I had drifted off again. I'm at work, I work by myself. I ain't got nobody around. I'm the boss. I'm in charge. My guys straight, and I would get my ass up and go check them. We good. So one night I sit up, I fall asleep. Sitting up, I wake up. I said, damn, my legs feel tight. My feet feel funny. My shoes feel so funny. Oh, damn, legs feel tingling funny. Damn, rubber legs. I said, damn, these things feel tight. I said, damn, take my shoes off. I said, my feet fat, legs. My damn legs and feet swole. So I ain't telling nobody this. I ain't told Marquita my legs and feet had swole up at the time. I ain't saying that. I'm retaining fluid. Not knowing that I'm retaining fluid. I'm like, what the hell? Okay, I'm thinking I'm fine. Shit, I'm peeing. I'm still taking my blood pressure. My blood pressure okay, because my eyes ain't tripping. So, here go. I guess, late February. yeah, mid-February, whatever, I go, down home, because my brother there, go check on him, not knowing that things with him not well. He got health conditions, he's sickly, and then he got habits and shit, and excuse the cussing you too, I'm sorry. I find out he down home messed up, and me messed up, so I go home, you know, see what's going on with him and everything. He sickly and end up in the hospital. So I'm like, man, ain't nothing I can do for him because I'm kind of still messed up. He in the hospital. I go check on him because he was in the hospital for a minute. So he end up in the nursing home because of his health, because his bad health. So here we go. I got to go down home again and get some stuff situated and everything, not knowing that I'm barely making it. Breathing, we down home cleaning out some stuff at the house and stuff that need to be cleaned up because the house was messed up, real shit, and I'm bagging and cleaning stuff. We bagging and cleaning stuff, and I'm noticing that, man, my wind, I can't hardly breathe with a damn. But I ain't saying nothing to Marquita. You know what I'm saying? She helping, her auntie helping. TT, thank you, and I appreciate you and I love you to death. For what you did for me, TT. You helped us out big time. I ain't mean to get sidetracked, y'all, but you really helped the TT. You see the video, you know what I'm talking about, and I appreciate you. You helped me, y'all. You helped me clean up our mess, my problem, But anyway, brother, he was sick, messed up bad, you know what I'm saying. Life had took him down through it, I guess. Things happen, I ain't judging them, things happen. You know what I'm saying? Can't judge people sometimes. You shouldn't judge nobody because you never know what can happen to you, you know what I'm saying? Good or bad, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, just like, anybody would do. It's my mother home, even though she ain't here no more, alive. Got to try to get as much done as I can. Because, I'm in between this and I went back to work and I'm trying to come down here and do this and get back, didn't realize it was a lot. So, like I said, end up, doing what we had to do. And I came back, made it back here to Tuscaloosa. And, like I said, things got weird, got real. Yeah, like I said, God made it back and things got real for me. So here I go, my chest, heartburn. Like I said, I wasn't normally getting heartburn. So like I said, I had got the throwing up here and there. And I had a pain. Kept coming through my left side of my jawbone. Not thinking, shit, I'm having heart attacks or something. And I'm like, and I kept having this pain come through my jaw. I had this pain a couple times before. In like November or something. I can't remember exactly. Like in 2017, right before 2018, I was having this pain. But like I said, I'm a tough guy. It ain't nothing. I suck it up, keep going. Because, shoot, I got to go make this money, you know what I'm saying? This is what I got to do. I got a family to take care of, And in between time, I got a habit. A lot of people don't know I got a habit. It was a bad habit. I had a habit. I had a gambling habit. A gambling problem. I had to do it. And I used to mess up big time. So, just listen. All this about everything I'm saying coming into play. It's long. But if you watch the video, you get an understanding of where I'm going. It's going to be long, all of it. And this is like the first part of me just talking. And I got to get the part where, if my wife wants to speak on it, and we can talk about it later on tonight or whenever we do it. But anyway, like I said, not thinking nothing. major wrong with me. Here we are, 2018, March 2018. Coming back to it, March 9th. The day, man, that day, it was crazy day. I was straight. My pocket was straight. I ain't had no worries. Kids was at school. Get a call that day. And I just so happened to be at home on March 9th. It was a crazy, weird day. I wasn't feeling good. I got all work that night. Left the room, went home. And I said, I'm going to eat something. I don't want to eat. Laid down on the couch. And I was feeling funny. I was feeling tired. I just didn't feel right. And I was like, man, like I said, I was a gambler. I like to gamble. And I used to go to the little track things or whatever, little casino things, or little bingo hall, whatever. And I like to play the machines, that was my thing. And like I said, I won money, I lost money. I lost probably more than I ever won. It's just something that I was doing. Hey, I was making good money, plenty of money, but I was messing it up, chasing a high off of gambling. And that was just for real. Like I said, I used to drink, and I drinked a lot, I had habits, I smoked, I had habits, shit. I lived. Maybe I lived the wrong way, but I lived. I was doing what I wanted to do. I wasn't begging, and I wasn't borrowing. My habits, I supported my habits, you know what I'm saying? Now, I did mess up a few times throughout the life, and I did have to do some things and ask for some help. But, I finally shook that habit. Now, I ain't gonna tell you that I won't gamble, and I don't, and I haven't been, but I don't have that habit no more. Well, I gotta do it, and I had to do it, and I want to do it, because that's not important to me like I thought it was. But anyway, everything I'm saying comes into play about me and about what happened to me. So anyway, this March come, my brother, he's still in the hospital, I think. Yeah, he's still in the hospital. Because he done been moved from one hospital to another hospital. No, he was he left one hospital and went to the nursing home. So, he's in the nursing home. I got to see him before I ended up having my operation. Oh yeah, I had an operation. Yeah, I'm getting to that. So, end up back in, here we go, around March 9th, if I'm mistaken, it was a Friday, 2018, if I ain't mistaken. Like I said, I had got into altercation. And I'm be honest with you, it was an altercation between me and my sister. Me and my sister had a disagreement about some things. I cussed her out, said some things, hurt her feelings. She said some things, I guess hurt my feelings, but anyway, it happened. We got a broken relationship because of that, It will happen. Maybe one day we'll fix it. I don't know. It's just part of life. Sometimes people, just because you're related and your family, doesn't always mean that you get along or be together, or do things together. Things happen. That just was some bad things between us just happened. Maybe it's supposed to happen, but it happened. But anyway, we had our disagreement, and we fell out. Point blank. We don't speak. We don't talk. Have I seen her? Yes. Have we spoke once or twice since the incident? I believe I seen her twice, we spoke one more time after that, I believe. But anyway, it is what it is. And like I said, maybe we'll fix it. I hate we went through that. I hurt her feelings, and she hurt my feelings. And me being me, I'm stubborn and prideful, and I don't like to bag down. And I'm probably and we got the same bloodline. Vice versa, she ain't gonna bag down or bow down. And it's just how it is. We got the same mother fathers. So you put Mary and Christopher together, and boom, you got a combustion that can't be reckoned with. So that means I'm strong headed my way, she's strong headed her way. So maybe one day we might say, hey, we family. Let's squash this. I don't know. Let's be a family. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. Never know. But not to get off the subject, that's all part of it too. Like I said, this is a long video, a long story. And it could be longer than what it's gonna be, but you know, like I said, I just wanna talk y'all into what happened to me and everything. And where I'm at up to this point. It's just a piece of it. But like I said, messed around, March 9th came. Supposed to be going back to went over, like I said, my sister we had an altercation. So I ended up, we got into it, we left. No, nothing physical. It was a very strong verbal altercation. I'm talking about it was strong. But like I said, I got to my destination. But while I'm driving, trying to get to my destination, which was work, man, when I got in that car, I couldn't hardly breathe. I couldn't get together. So I know I was all over that road. But some said, turn the air conditioner on. I turned the air conditioner on, and the air was blowing in my face. So I think that's what kept me going. So I finally made it to the group home, and I relieved the person that was there. And I'm like, I don't know if they noticed there's something wrong with me or not, but I ended up, my chest was tight, and I was having a heart attack. And I was like, man, I said, I gotta take some. So I don't know, I think I had a blood pressure pill and a doggone some aspirin in my bag. So I took one. Now I'm about to panic, but I ain't panicked yet. But my wife is on her way. Yeah, because I had called her on my phone. I don't know how I dialed her number, scrolling, pulled her name up on my phone. But I got that phone, and I was telling her what happened. Me and my sister and my brother-in-law, we done had words, and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. And knowing I ain't finna do nothing, because I wasn't able. I was hurting so bad in the chest. All I was thinking, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. I gotta go. Like I said, I'm in the car driving, trying to get to my destination. Not knowing that I'm probably having a heart attack again. I know I'm having a heart attack. There ain't no doubt in my mind. I don't want to believe I'm having it, but I know I'm having it. So I get to the group home. I call the owner. I couldn't get the owner, so I called the owner's sister. And I was like, Miss Vaughn, I don't know what's going on, but I gotta go to the hospital. Miss Delma, lady, was working. She had just started working. She hadn't even been working that long with her. I said, and I made sure I got the other guys to the other house, and I had spoken, and from there, I ended up in the hospital, in the emergency room. And I'm in the emergency room, still venting, still ranting, talking Noah. My wife's like, calm down, Chad, calm down. So I eventually calmed down. So I'm thinking I'm finna go home, I'm straight. I'm thinking I'm finna go back to work. That's all in my head. I'm finna go back to work. I'm straight. Nah, you ain't straight, Chad. Dude come in there. I don't know the guy name. He worked in the emergency room. I don't know if he was a nurse. I don't know who he was, what he was. But he came back and told me, he said, you leave it. Because he kept hearing me talking about off in the lead and go somewhere. And they got, I guess, when he seen with the paperwork, whatever they was showing going on with me, blood work, whatever, he like, oh, you can't go nowhere. We need to check your heart. There's something going on with your heart. And you need to be seen about. I said, man, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm straight. I'm going home. I'm at the point where I'm about to cry. I'm looking at my wife. She like, you need to stay. She looking like, you need to stay. I'm like, I ain't staying here. ain't staying at the hospital. I ain't staying. And I was like, and I was dead serious about it. I'm like, I ain't staying. I wasn't staying for nothing. And dude, he kept coming and telling me, and he showed me his chest. He said, yeah, man, I done had 3 open heart surgeries. Hell, I ain't know I was about to have open heart surgery. He like, I done had 3 open heart surgeries in my life. He said 2 when I was a small child because I had something wrong with my heart. I said, damn, you know. Now I'm feeling bad for him, but shit, I'm in worse shape than him, and I don't know this at the time. I'm thinking I'm gonna be all right. I just got too upset. That's all. But no. Chad, it's more than that. So when it came back, dude talked to me. I'm talking about he talked to me, and finally I looked at my wife's eyes, and she looked like, Stay, you need to help. Something going on. You gotta get checked. You gotta stay. I had a heart attack. In my head, I know I done had a heart attack, but they ain't saying I done had a heart attack. But I had know in my head I done had a heart attack, and this time it was serious. It was major. Like I said, I had been having problems breathing and everything. My feet and legs had been swelling. I wasn't saying nothing to nobody. I was just thinking, you know, it'll be all right. I'll be straight. No. Here I go. So now, I'm at the point where I done got admitted to the hospital. They done put me in a doggone room. I'm like, what's going on? I'm in the hospital. They like, well, we don't know exactly, but we think you done had a heart attack, Mr. Hayes. I said, okay. We need to do a cath on you. Go between your legs and check your artery. So they end up taking me. I was at the Northport DCA. They end up taking me to the other DCA by ambulance, like that Monday, because this was like, it had to been like it was a Friday. I stayed all weekend in the DCA Northport. So they ended up taking me to Northport, to the big DCA that Monday by ambulance. And they did a cath. They go between your legs and check your arteries and stuff, scope, whatever they do. And they found out I had blockage. Like I said, they found out I had blockage in my artery. All my arteries was blocked up. So, heart doctor came and talked to me. And he basically said, you should be dead. I shouldn't have been alive. He don't see how I was living. I shouldn't be alive right now. I should have been dead. He don't see no way possible that I should have been alive, because I was totally blocked. Arteries blocked. Barely getting any blood flow. The man told me I should be dead. That shit hit me like a ton of bricks. Because the only thing was going through my head, damn, I just had a little girl, a baby. My baby was just born in November 2017. We got November, December, January, February, March, March. Yeah, my baby ain't, 4 months old. I've been sick since January. Sick January, February. Now I'm even sicker in March. I got a 4-month-old baby. 14-year-old. Yeah, 14-year-old daughter, stepdaughter, a 5-year-old, whatever. 5-year-old, almost, yeah. Jonathan had to been 5. Yeah, because he had going on 5, almost 5, a 4-year-old. Yeah, well, he was 4. I'm like, I got little children, a wife, and I got bills. What you mean I gotta have open heart surgery. That's what he told me. We gotta go in there. We gotta cut you open. I was like, what? But it ain't gonna be that simple, Mr. Hay, with you right now. We gotta prep your body for the surgery. Because right now, you're not gonna be able to have a surgery. If you had a surgery, you're probably gonna die. Because your body won't be able to handle the surgery. So we gotta get your body prepped and ready. So they moved me to the intensive care unit at DCH, the heart unit, the intensive care, the heart part. ICU at the main DCH. And the part, I was there. I guess they moved me that same. It was that same day because I don't know if it was the same day they did the hard care or what. I think it was the same day. I didn't go back to the other DCH. I don't think I did. I can't remember if I went back or not. But anyway, I ended up in the ICU part because they had to hook me up to some different IVs and fluids and stuff so they can get my whatever levels they needed down inside of me so they can do the surgery. So, they spoke to me, told me what they had to do for the surgery. They had a video for me. Well, I didn't watch the video. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, what I'm gonna watch the video for? Whatever you gonna do, you gotta do. I don't know what you're doing anyway. Even though I watched the video, I still might not understand. So I was at the point where I just wanted to get it. Whatever I need to get done, I need to get done and heal up so I can get home to my family. So open heart surgery time comes. They March 19th, 10 days later from everything that happened, the day they did my surgery. That day I repented for every sin I ever did in my life, and I meant it. I had spoken to Bishop Reese, and he asked me, and he always asks, whenever, do you believe? And that saying he always said, I know I'm misquoted, but y'all probably heard other ministers or bishops say, do you believe in Jesus Christ and everything that he do for you and all that? And yes, in my heart, of course I believe in Jesus Christ because I was taught and born into believing in Jesus Christ. So I can't help but to believe in Jesus Christ, It goes back to my mother. She was a church woman. She was godly. She lived a life. Not saying she ain't do sinning things too. But she lived, but she was Christ. But she believed in Christ and Jesus and stuff and God. So she taught us that. She put it in it. Shoot, my mama was my first teacher. You know what I'm saying? So shoot, it was only natural for me to believe, and I always believe in the higher being, whatever you want to call him, Jesus, or you want to call him or her, So my faith is strong because, like I said, with that faith, you ain't got nothing. You gotta have faith. You gotta have a belief in something other than what you see, because it's something greater than us. Because something greater kept me around, and I'm still around. But anyway, like I said, open heart surgery time, March 19th come. And the night before, my wife had came to eat and sat with me. She asked me what I want to eat. I said, well, shit, since I'm finna have my last little meal for this surgery, just bring me something from McDonald's. So she brought me, I think, some double cheeseburgers, some chicken nuggets, and I ate some of it. I don't think I ate all of it. But anyway, like I said, next day, and what was crazy, the surgeon that evening, he came and prayed with me too. I didn't expect to even see the surgeon to come see me that day. I didn't even know. He came, and like I said, he taught and prayed, And he asked, matter of fact, he asked me, said, can I pray with you? I said, yeah, it's fine. You know, God, no Bishop has just laid hands on me, prayed for me, and excuse me. Yeah, and that was good. Because I always know I was covered by the blood of Jesus. I've been covered by the blood of Jesus for a very long time. Probably from birth, even when I didn't know I was covered. But, so, like I said, my faith always been strong in the upper being. But like I said, March 19th, when they cut my chest off, they rolled me out that room. And the next time I woke up, which would be the next part of this video that y'all see, will be part 2. Will be me and Marquita speaking. Hopefully she'll be able to speak on it. If not, we'll see. But like I said, when I woke up they rolled me to the place where they get the OR to the prep for the OR and prep me and hook me up to the stuff. And the guy told me, he said, by the time I roll off from here, you'll be asleep. And I guess I went to sleep. Because the last phase I remember looking to my left side, because my kid was to my left, and I was laying on that hospital bed they were rolling me on. And I looked up to her, she said, I love you. And I said, I love you too. I didn't know if that was going to be the last time I spoke or not. But when, like I said, they rolled me off, and then when I woke up to my wife holding my hand, which if she still has a picture, you'll see it at the beginning of part 2 of the video. And all I remember, they were saying, Chad. I don't know if they were saying Chad or not. I remember they had to pull that thing out of me, and or something. I don't know. They had to pull the tube out of my throat or whatever they had to do. I remember them saying, you can't go back to sleep. You got to stay up for so long. You got to breathe, because you had to breathe so long without the ventilator, I guess, by yourself. And everything I know, I'm in ICU, and I can't move. I'm pinned to the bed. All I know is I'm tight, and I'm on so much pain medication. I can't feel nothing, but I'm tight, and I can't move. But like I said, this is just a part 1 of the video, just breaking it down, and then y'all know, what happened to me. Like I said, Chad ended up having a heart attack, and ended up having surgery, Like I said, this is the 3-year anniversary month of when all this went down with me. And like I said, sometimes you just gotta talk about stuff. The best therapy in the world is to get it out and talk about it. Like I said, part 2 is on its way. This is part 1, so stay tuned. Like I said, part 2, hopefully I get the viewpoint, and with my wife and my kids to be around, we get to talk about those things and talk about what happened, and with me and her, and how she felt during that time, and things we had to do and she had to do to make sure that we was good, because the boy was down and out, But I thank God for Marquita. I thank God for a lot of people. I thank God, to spare me to enjoy life. He gave me the greatest gifts of all that I had been wanting for so long. He gave them to me. And the scary part is, I'm not ready to leave here. But, you don't know when it's your time. But anyway, and I hope y'all listen and watch. Like I said, I might be all over the place a little bit, but sit back, listen and watch. This is a piece of my story about what happened to me March of 2018 to me, with my health situation. And this is, like I said, this is the 3rd year, the 3-year anniversary month. But anyway, Y'all like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be back with part 2. Deuces.